Dalai Lama, The Journey of Compassion. Author, Sam Gardner. Chapter 4, Discovery and Recognition as the 14th Dalai Lama. In the annals of Tibetan history, the process of discovering the reincarnation of the Dalai Lama is a sacred and meticulously orchestrated affair, guided by ancient rituals, divinations, and the wisdom of enlightened masters. In this chapter, we delve into the extraordinary journey that led to the discovery and recognition of Tenzin Gyatso as the 14th Dalai Lama, a pivotal moment that would shape the course of his life and the destiny of Tibet. The passing of the 13th Dalai Lama. The search for the reincarnation of the Dalai Lama typically begins following the passing of the previous incarnation. In the case of the 13th Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, his passing in 1933 plunged Tibet into mourning and uncertainty. As the spiritual and temporal leader of Tibet, the Dalai Lama wielded immense influence, and his death left a void that needed to be filled. Following the death of the Dalai Lama, a period of mourning and prayer ensued, during which time the Tibetan government and religious authorities began preparations for the search for his reincarnation. Monks from various monasteries were dispatched to sacred sites and oracles were consulted to divine the whereabouts of the Dalai Lama's next incarnation. Signs and omens. The search for the reincarnation of the Dalai Lama is guided by signs and omens believed to be indicative of the presence of the Dalai Lama's midstream in a new body. These signs can take various forms, such as the appearance of rainbows, the blooming of special flowers, or the behavior of animals. In the case of the 14th Dalai Lama, several auspicious signs were reported in the years following the passing of the 13th Dalai Lama. For example, it was said that a vision of a monastery with turquoise and gold roofs appeared to Regent Trekting Rinpoche in a dream, leading him to believe that the next Dalai Lama would be found in the northeastern region of Tibet. The Search Party. In 1935, a delegation of high lamas, government officials, and representatives from the Tibetan government in exile embarked on a journey to the Amdo region of Tibet, where they believed the reincarnation of the Dalai Lama could be found. Led by the Regent Trekting Rinpoche and the governor of Amdo, the search party traversed rugged terrain and endured harsh weather conditions in their quest. Upon reaching the village of Taktsa, the search party encountered a young boy named Lamo Dhondip, who exhibited remarkable qualities that were deemed indicative of the Dalai Lama's reincarnation. Born to a humble farming family, Lamo Dhondip displayed an innate sense of wisdom and compassion, as well as an uncanny ability to recognize objects that had belonged to the previous Dalai Lama. Recognition and enthronement. After a series of tests and divinations, the search party concluded that Lamo Dhondip was indeed the reincarnation of the 13th Dalai Lama. He was given the name Jetsun Jamphal Nga Wang Lobsang Yeshe Tenzin Gyatso and formally recognized as the 14th Dalai Lama. In a grand ceremony held in Lhasa, the capital of Tibet, Tenzin Gyatso was enthroned as the spiritual and temporal leader of Tibet, amidst the chanting of prayers and the offering of ceremonial scarves. At just 5 years old, he assumed the weighty responsibilities of governance and spiritual leadership, guided by a regent and a council of advisors until he came of age. Conclusion. A divine mandate. The discovery and recognition of Tenzin Gyatso as the 14th Dalai Lama was not merely a matter of tradition or custom, but a sacred duty entrusted to the Tibetan religious and political authorities. Seen as the embodiment of Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion, the Dalai Lama's role is imbued with a divine mandate to alleviate the suffering of all sentient beings and to guide them on the path to enlightenment. In accepting this mantle of leadership, Tenzin Gyatso embarked on a lifelong journey of service and selflessness, dedicated to the welfare of his people and the preservation of Tibetan culture and spirituality.